And that last line there should be familiar to uh, us, since that is will end up in the Declaration of Independence in a bit of a changed form. And then moving along, the execution of the law of nature is in that state, this primordial state, this thought experiment he's going over, is put into every man's hands, right? And thus, in the state of nature, one man comes by a power over another, yet it's not an absolute or arbitrary power, right? There's restraint, right, which is exercised for rationality. And he says, I doubt, but this will seem a very strange doctrine to some men, this state of human nature, this state of perfect freedom with equality, justice, and rationality operating as managing our freedom and managing our freedom in a positive way. But before they condemn it, I desire them to resolve me by what right any prince or state can put to death or punish an alien, right? So then he critiques the traditional conservative systems that are out there, right? And as he goes on, more greatest hits to get you through here. And then to this strange doctrine that in the state of nature everyone has the executive power of the law of nature. I doubt not, but it will be objected that this is unreasonable, right? That it can lead to problems, and that therefore God has certainly appointed government to restrain the partiality and violence of men. I easily grant that civil government or democratic government is the proper remedy for the inconveniences of the state of nature, which must certainly arise. Okay, and then he asks, were there ever, or has there ever been any men in such a state of nature, right? Sort of speaking to the sort of idealistic and utopian quality of the statement that he's making here. And then he finishes off the chapter, right? But I have moreover affirmed that all men are naturally in this state and remain so till by their own consents they make themselves members of some politic society, right? So that's how he ends it. That's sort of the greatest hits version of the chapter. So what does he mean by all this? Okay, so he makes a few strategic moves which we want to be aware of. First, democracy is located in human nature, right? He makes a positive statement about our human nature, that our human nature is democratic, it's rational, and it's moral,